Hello everyone, it is Wednesday in the market. We are at our hump day. It is 6 p.m. I am drinking coffee. Let's talk some junk. Here we go, Mullen. So let's just talk some honest stuff about Mullen here. So man, it has been a year right now for Mullen. It's been up and down, mostly down. And if you've been here with Mullen for at least 4 to 5 months, it has been a shipwreck of stuff that has been going on here, and it's hard to take up for Mullen at this point because we've gone through so much with this company. Now, people give me grief because every time I talk about Mullen, like, I really don't have a lot of good things to say, but when there's good things, I do report on them, but sadly, like, most people don't care about the good things. They just want to hear that, there's going to be a big push on Mullen, and there's a secret legion of investors that are going to push it like an AMC. That's not really the truth. That's not really out there. That's just kind of like FOMO stuff. The actual situation of Mullen is, could it hit $1? Yes, there is high potential that Mullen could be taken advantage of and pushed up even more. Even though this has been Mullen's main argument and why they've been talking about, pressing charges against people and stuff like that, for manipulating the stock and really just, getting just traded violently to where it just has no pillar to stand on. And, Mullen, this has pretty much been the whole argument all year, is that Mullen is getting just really nasty phone calls from NASDAQ because they cannot keep their stock above $1, and already having back-to-back 2 reverse splits that have essentially failed. Mullen is still not hitting $1, and this is where things just get really bad. And this is where all the right now what everyone's talking about, writing about, is that Mullen potentially is going to do one or two things here. It's going to get pushed up by investors that are just going to short trade the heck out of it, which, hey, that's good. That's good if it at least trades above $1 for 10 consecutive days, because to remain on the NASDAQ, a stock has to be $1 for at least 10 consecutive trading days. Then, you know what? Who cares? That's good. Mullen will take that as a win at this point. The problem is we can't even get that. So that is a scenario that, yes, that's always out there. We've seen that play out in the market before. If you've been in the market any time, then you've seen things like that happen. It's not crazy that it won't. But the big risk right now, and the concern with a lot of people right now, is that Mullen is going to get delisted. As crazy as that sounds for an EV company that, is doing things, it is making money. It, most of the general money that it is making is from these fleet programs where they give a X amount of cars to a company that are obviously electric. But a lot of EV car companies do this. This is kind of like a general thing of how a lot of them just kind of make their bread and butter while they try to tap into the private industry of like luxury sedan cars or just your day-to-day knockers. But Mullen is in that category where it's trying to get into the private market really heavy here, but the majority of their money right now is coming in through these big paydays of fleet vehicles, of vans, cars, stuff like that, truck. So the question is, even when we've seen good news here the past few months with Mullen, with that kind of stuff, it still has not been enough to sustain Mullen even touching $1. Now, as of late, we've seen a little bit of play in Mullen. The past, we'll just go the past month here. Mullen hit around this 80-cent mark around August 23rd, and it was like, okay, this is interesting. And then we took a big, we split in half. We went right back down to 40 cents. And as of late, we've went back up to a 68. But I dare say this is the progression of continuing to going down, back down to the teen mark. Sadly, I hope it's not. God, I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like that's kind of where we're traveling at this point. So, I don't know how many, the majority of people that are watching this that believe in Mullen and believe this is going to do something. I think you can believe in Mullen. That, I don't think that's like a bad thing. Yes, you should believe in Mullen, obviously, if you like the company. The problem is it's hard to believe in the stock that it's going to make it. It's a very dangerous situation. I mean, if I was like the CEO of Mullen right now, I'd be like, whatever you put in it, it's up to you. This is up to you as a big boy, big girl. You're the investor. I have no responsibility with what happens from this point on, because it's rough waters out there right now with Mullen, because like I said, even good news really is not bringing any numbers. Mullen has filed for a 180-day extension to get their stock above $1, so they have done that. Listen, when I say Mullen's making money, I mean like they're making money, but they're not out of debt. They're spending a lot of money too, but this is kind of like the same argument with a lot of new EV companies too. This is really new companies in general, that they just spend a lot of money up front and they're just trying to get their product out there. But obviously, yes, there's someone that is losing money too, and that's usually the company and investors. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now with Mullen. So, I'll say this, a lot of things, and I'm not going to go over them because I don't even really know what publicly I'm allowed to say, but I think like if you've been with Mullen here for probably at least 6 months, you know that there was some people in Mullen that were supposedly with Mullen that were saying that there was some crazy deals on the table, that something amazing was going to happen here, and a lot of people bought into it. I bought into it for a second. I was like, whoa, if this actually legit happens with their battery technology, a so-called deal that could possibly be happening, you know what I'm talking about. If you were here, you know. Well, it turns out a lot of these things were just fraud. They weren't true. They were just bullcrap. And, Mullen's really never addressed it. I mean, they just like haven't talked about it. So, like I said, I don't want to go too far deep into it. And the problem with that is I hate it for Mullen because it put a bad taste in a lot of investors' mouth with what is going on here with Mullen, and people that were already struggling in Mullen got sucked into another reverse split, just a month or two after the reverse split of that. So it's just been bad news after bad news here with Mullen. And friends, I know people get mad when I say that, but listen, I like Mullen. I'm not trying to make a cutthroat video. I'm not, but what do you want me to do? Get on here and lie and say you should put everything you have into this? I think that would be a blatant lie, especially if you're a long-term investor. And yeah, I know there's people on here watching this that are looking for a new AMC. They're looking for a new GameStop. This is not that situation at all. This is not that. Now, like I said, could Mullen be pushed up here? Absolutely. Maybe some kind of new deal could take place. Something big could come out here that could really push it. That is a possibility. The last time I talked about Mullen, they're on a tour right now where they're showing off their vehicles, their fleet program, all that kind of stuff. So that is good. They're out there. They're trying to get some more deals. They're trying to keep money coming through the door. Yes, that's good. That's what we want to see. But this NASDAQ problem is a problem. This is a real situation where they could be delisted and be thrown off the market for right now. And that is a whole nightmare in itself right there. So friends, in a bubble, this is essentially what is going on right now with Mullen. They need $1 bad. They need $1 bad. They need some kind of huge turnaround news, something to happen, and man, I hope they get it. I really do. Listen, I like Mullen. I like, they have a good website. They have good things. They have slick looking cars. They really do. But, at the end of the day, as investors, especially long-term investors, if you're not day trading here, you're looking for money. You're looking for balance sheets. You're looking for things like that. What are your quotas? What are you looking to do here? Who's your market? What are you tapping into? And right now, we're just missing a lot of puzzle pieces right now with Mullen. Friends, I really do wish all of you the best of luck. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you think. Mullen, will they survive? Will they stay on the NASDAQ? Will they stay on the market, for God's sakes? I don't know. This is a very risky situation right here. Friends, I'll talk to you later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.